Black History, a celebration of African American animation designers. Narrated by Ms. Anthony's third grade class.
To celebrate Black History, we are going to look at some noble animation designers who worked or worked behind the scenes creating storyboards, sketches, artwork, or illustrations and continue to make an impact today.
What is an animation? An animation is a technique that is used to create an illusion that makes it seem like the cartoon are moving.
Ayooka Chizera. Did you know that Ayooka Chizera is the first African American woman animator? She was also one of a handful of black filmmakers that were experimenting with making films since the late 1970s. Next we have Bruce W. Smith, who attended California Institute of the Arts. Did you know that he is best known as the creator and director of the Disney Channel's hit show The Proud Family, which was Disney Channel's first animated series with a young black girl as the lead.
Then he went on to be the supervising animator of the evil villain Dr. Fraser and The Princess and the Frog, which featured the studio's first black princess.
After that, he was also an animator on Blue Farm Roger Rabbit, Kids, and Cold Derek on the Warner Brothers live action or animated movie Space Jam. Wow.
How about Hillary Newton Cat? She graduated with a degree from the Walt Disney School of She has illustrated and animated for Nickelodeon, Nick Jr., and Cartoon Network.
Next we have Peter Ramsey. He is an American illustrator, storyboard artist, film director, and film producer.
He is best known for his films Rise of the Guardian and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. He won the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature, becoming the first ever African American to do so. Sonia Carey was born in London and raised in Jamaica. She has earned a name for herself as a technical animator. She is one of the only black women to ever do so. She has worked on The Princess and the Frog, The Proud Family, and Winnie the Pooh.
Next we have Tilly Swan. She found Black Woman Animate, which was set up to straighten the spotlight and change the world of animation. They hold boot camps so that women can refine their craft and learn more about the art of animation.
Jamar Bradley is a senior animator whose passion began at a young age and has worked on animated shorts and animated features such as Tangle and Puss in Boots.
He has been a senior animator on Oscar-nominated films such as Disney's Tangled DreamWorks, the Cruz Penguins of Madagascar, Kung Fu Panda 3, Boss Baby, and many.
Supervising animator Jamal Bradley has graced the big screen with stunning computer animation for over 10 years. You may recognize his animation from films such as Penguins of Madagascar, Tangled, and The Croods. Bradley talks about the bold moves he made to break into the world of animating films.
For me, it was just really hammering down on my work, and it was a point where I wanted to give up. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm not gonna make it. I mean, I'm dead serious. I wanted to stop because I'm feeling depression. I mean, I was broke. I was working at the Gap, coming home, trying to do animation. And I was just really focused on working. I kind of cut back on my hours at, the clothing store. I'm working hard in the classroom. And the guy that I didn't know saw me working. He got a job out in California. I didn't know that. For some reason, he was in the class the next couple weeks, and he said, hey, you want to come work out in California? And that was just from him seeing me work hard. Somebody's always looking at what you're doing. I don't care where you're working. You work in the supermarket, you better be the best bagger because somebody's always watching. And that's going to lead you to the next thing, in my opinion. Day to day as an animator pretty much entails trying to figure out how to bring whatever character we're working on in the film, or multiple characters in the film, how do we make them come to life, make the audience connect with them, enjoy looking at them, and feel something for them. Usually coming onto the film, you'll have the voice actor set, and you can use them as a jumping point on who the character is. And a lot of times they will film the character. You have a face cam that is filming the actor reading his lines, and we get that as a big point of inspiration, the way they deliver. If they name several, I'll go research that actor and really dive into looking at the performance, the different aspects, the way they move, the way they talk, gesticulations. A lot of times I'll act out the performance myself because it may be something really physical, maybe something comedic, it may be something subtle where I have to really get into an emotional beat, and the actor didn't really do that in the booth. Man, you're really very much day to day you're being an actor. I just don't see myself doing anything else.
Thanks for joining me on the set.
Floyd, this is amazing. I did not know that Floyd Norman became the first African-American artist at Walt Disney in 1957. He has contributed to numerous films. Even though we can't name them all, you may be familiar with Sleeping Beauty, Toy Story, Monsters Inc., and even Mulan, just to name a few.
He also worked on countless projects and television programs. He has also published several books, including How the Grinch Stole Disney.
It was a kid's dream come true, just to walk onto that studio lot, just to walk into that building, just to be there with the men and women who had made the films I saw as a child. And now I had the opportunity to be part of creating these films, and that was pretty cool when you think about it.
This is Floyd Norman.
When I first came to the Disney studio, they gave me a test. One of the first things I had to draw was this guy.
He's one of a select few who helped bring to life some of your favorite Disney and Pixar characters through storytelling and animation. From Mowgli in 1967's The Jungle Book to Sully in 2001's Monsters, Inc. He was also the first black animator at Disney. But he won't let you make a big deal out of it.
I never even thought about the color of my skin when coming to Disney. Everybody thought that was a big deal, like, oh, the first black animator at Disney, or breaking barriers at Disney. No, I was just another kid who wanted to work in animation, who wanted a job. I came there only with the responsibility to myself of being the best I could be. But I didn't have any thought about I was breaking down doors or, doing something no one else had ever done before.
What was it like kind of working there? Was that overwhelming at all, or I guess, was it thrilling?
It was overwhelming in the sense that it was a place where I'd always wanted to be. And by being surrounded by so many talented people, so many gifted artists, musicians, and designers, and writers, I mean, it was, for anybody who's creative, it was just like, boy, this is the place to be. This is where it's happening. Yeah, this is more than exciting, It was just fantastic just to come to work every day.
Brian, you spent time at Pixar.
Yeah.
What keeps a company like that on top? I mean, Pixar has been the standard for animation films for so long, and they continue to just crank out really amazing films.
I think what keeps one truly creative is being hungry. I think you can never get comfortable. In a sense, I look forward to failing, falling on your face, really screwing up. Because that teaches you to be humble. That teaches you that you're not perfect and that you still have a lot to learn.
Along with his work at Disney, Norman also co-founded Vignette Films, which produced other animation projects, including the original Fat Albert and the iconic Soul Train logo. Flash forward to today.
Look for the bare necessities.
Norman has been with Disney long enough to see his iconic Jungle Book story retold for a modern audience. The 2016 live-action version of that story made nearly $1 billion in theaters worldwide.
I love the fact that innovation is not dead. Everything that's great about animation continues today with a new generation of storytellers, and they excite me. It makes me wish I was 21 years old again, so I could take this ride a second time. But I realize, you only go around once. I've had my ride, I've had a good time, but I think the future still looks promising.
As you see, African Americans have helped pave the way in animation. It is important because it is a unique way for us to communicate as stories are being told.